don't know if you can hear that. A bit of a clunky banging noise coming from underneath the car, other than the bumps. So I kept hearing this noise over the last few weeks, and it steadily got worse. So I tested it out over a few bumps, and as you can hear, well, you might not be able to hear, I could definitely hear a sort of bumpy rubbing noise, almost squeaky, as if something was loose under the suspension. So I'm going to take the car back now and investigate. I think I'm going to take this wheel off. But first I'll put my trusted anti-Mildred rug down. Especially good in this cold weather, having to work on my driveway. As long as I clean it before I give it back. There we go, a bit rusty on the disc. That's because it's been stood for a week due to the weather. And if we delve deeper, this is what I found. Clay in the anti-roll bar bush. It's not that knocking, that's the link bar banging against the plastic. No, the play is just here, where the bush fits onto the roll bar. I'll just play that again so you can see it there, that's the movement. So the bracket's held in with 2 bolts on the other side, just here. The drive shaft's kind of in the way, so I'll have to sort of jack that up a bit and down a bit or something. Spot the new axle stand. I'm not sure what to make of those yet, but seem very sturdy. Got them off my mate Wilf, who lives just around the corner. Might do some kind of review on those sometime. I'll see how they go. Spray the bolts with some penetrating fluid and let it soak in for a bit. Right, see if I can get my wrench in. It's a little bit tight. Wheel arch liner's in the way a bit. You could take that out, but I'll just bend it back a bit. This is the top one I'm undoing first, which is proving to be a bit difficult. A bit fiddly. I think you're better off with a smaller wrench here. Can't get it. And eventually I've got it on. Bending the wheel arch back a bit. So I'm going to undo that and take that off. Here's the bolt. We're going to renew these 30mm bolts. Now before I undo the bottom one, I'm going to take the link bar off first, otherwise because it'll be under tension. So we're going to need to take that off, either the top or the bottom, whichever you want. Undo this one, mine's 15mm, and then there's a holding key behind it. Sometimes the holding key is an Allen key on the front. Whichever, but just undo that and then take it off so it's free. Now we can jack up the wheel a little bit to lift the drive shaft up, put it under the ball joint and lift it up a bit. If you notice, this lifts up on the axle stands as well, so I should really lift that up, but I didn't. Never mind, so make sure you do. I could have put a little bit of packing in there. Got to stay safe. Take that bolt out, and now we've just got the bush and the cover plate to take off. And as it's got a split in it, it should be straightforward. Just twist the bracket off first. Then the rubber should just open up simply. Just like that. If it didn't have a split in it, you'd have to take the whole anti-roll bar out and replace that as well, which would be a bit of a job, and costly too. You know, I bet that's what they're thinking of doing with new cars. I've heard lots of tales where you have to take the engine out just to change a filter. Right, get some hot soapy water and clean up the bar. Well, get rid of all the grease on the bar, if there is any, and then dry it off. As the standard rubber types are supposed to be installed dry, so it's supposed to grip the bar and then twist. I think with silicone ones you can lubricate those. I think you have to do to stop them squeaking. Give that a good clean. These are the new ones, good quality ones you want. New bolts. Here's the rubbers with a split in it, so it's nice and new. This is the bracket that fits over the top, which can be a bit tight to put on. If I put it on here, you can just see what happens. So it narrows it down quite a bit. You see it's squished into an oval there, but obviously it's going to be a round bar, so it's going to be a tight fit. So install the rubber and then put the bracket over the top. And then this is the hardest bit. You've got to try and push the bracket over the rubber so it'll be sort of flat so you can get the bolts in, because the bolts aren't quite long enough to pull the bracket down at the same time. And if you're finding that difficult, you can use some dish soap or washing up liquid, which will evaporate, but it'll help it squeeze it on. Don't use any petroleum based lube, and only on the outside bit, as I said. So anyhow, I managed to push the bracket on with a bit of a bar pressed up against the end of the tie rod. If the rubber's in the way, just move the wheel to one side, so you don't want to be pressing up against the rubber. So I've got mine in place now. So now I just need to put the bolts in, line it up, jiggle it about, and get it to thread up, and then tighten it home and put the link bar back in before I tighten it fully. I'm playing you this in real time just to show you how fiddly it was. I'm trying to get the first bolt in. I managed to get it on the top bit, and then started on the bottom one, and the top one popped off. So then I tried to line up the bottom one, couldn't do, and then I needed a screwdriver. And that helped it pull the bar forward a little bit so I could get the bolt in. Once I got that one in a few threads, then I could get the top one in. Put a few threads on that so I knew it was in place. Then I could put the link bar in. That was a bit short, of course, so you've got to lift it up. So I had to put the bar in again. Lift that up. and get the end of the spigot in place, and then put the nut on and tighten that up. Stop it rotating with my spanner. Lift it up to centralise the shaft spigot as I'm tightening it up. Make sure you've jacked up the wheel so it simulates the wheel being on the ground. Then it was back to the mounting bracket again and finished tightening those up. So it was nice and tight on the subframe mount. And you want to tighten these to the correct torque, which is 20 Newton meters plus 90 degrees. So that's the first one installed, as you can see. Now I've just got to go around and do the other one on the other side. It might also be prudent at this stage to put a bit of grease on the end of the bolt threads, as they will rust over time, so the next person will be able to take them off easier. The other side was even tighter, and I had to use a 1/4 inch wrench on those bolts. And there's the installed bush on that side. So it wasn't too bad in the end. So I hope this helped you out, guys. If you're wondering what that bit of string is, that's just to pull the pipe out of the way because I couldn't get my camera in. It was in the way. Oh, and the link bar torque is 40 Newton meters. I'll leave all that in the description anyway, and links to where you can get the bushings. So I can put my wheels back on now. Please like, share and subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Job's a good 'un.